Hello and welcome to Shooting Up North Indy Edition. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin, and I will say I'm a little excited today because I have a gentleman on the show. He's been on the show once before, and he's making his second appearance. The first time he was on the show, we had differences, but I'm hoping that the differences have been ironed out and we could get along. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce him. He wrestles for Immortal Championship Wrestling. You can see him at Bronx Wrestling Federation. Very happy to welcome, and I'm going to say that, very happy to welcome Blaze Haram. Blaze, welcome back to the show.
Hey, what's going on, man? The pleasure's all yours, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, as always, I am Allah's favorite, and it's because I truly am Allah's favorite. So, let's get on with the interview.
Okay, cool. So first question, so how have you been holding up with this pandemic? This pandemic, there's been no wrestling. A lot of people have been suffering. So how are you getting by with this pandemic?
First off, I want to say that I left your disgusting country. You know, a few months back, I put out a message out there and let the people know that I no longer am in America because it's no point of being in America. When I had the position of a world leader, you know, I try to put out the message of the filth and the corruption that your country brings forth. And in one ear, out the other. You morons don't listen. So you know what? I took my operations, and I'm currently at an undisclosed location, which don't bother asking because it's none of your business.
Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to ask because quite frankly, I don't really care where you are, to be honest. But so let me just right off the bat. Why do you have to?
But before you further, to answer your question, you know, I'm in an undisclosed location ever since the stupid pandemic hit and ruined the world. I've been training hard and ready for the wrestling world, so I could continue my crusade and my filth.
Okay, great. So let me ask. So, what kind of training are you doing? Now, my next question is, are you still training? So what kind of training are you doing at this undisclosed location?
Well, I've been getting connected with a lot of martial arts masters and professionals in different disciplines, and I've just been stepping my game up and, you know, getting ready for this war with the wrestling world.
Was that a plane? Was that a plane? Was that a plane I just heard, like a jet that just flew overhead? Is
yeah, that was a helicopter because we got some guerrillas down the road.
Okay.
And they're doing their military training, so you know that was just a
helicopter.
Okay, no,
there you go.
I think it was a Black Hawk.
There you go. Okay. All right, undisclosed location. You got a military operation going on. Okay, cool. So let's get right to it. Let's get right into it. You're at the undisclosed location, but you felt that you need to make that challenge to Cody Rhodes for the TNT Television Championship. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that challenge made to Cody Rhodes, and have you heard anything yet from Cody?
All right. First off, I want to say that message wasn't perceived. People took it as a message to Cody Rhodes, to the American idiot Cody Rhodes, but when it was filmed, that wasn't the purpose. The whole purpose was, you see, you know, you got a lot of morons out there in the wrestling world who do the most ridiculous things to try to get themselves over, you know, and come up with the lamest excuses to try to get a spot at that stupid TNT championship. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't care about a TNT championship because the title don't make me or break me. I never came into the wrestling world for a damn title. I don't care about the glory that these idiots dream about. Okay. I just come to disrespect and violate. But my purpose of that promo was to, you know, put forth a message that you idiots need, if y'all knew better, you do better. But they don't, you know, because they put out all this dumb, retarded content, you know?
Yeah, okay.
And as far as the Cody, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna ask you why you have to call everybody idiots for, but no, you go ahead. You're gonna say something. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
And as far as the Cody challenge, like I said, if Cody wants to smoke, people took it as a challenge. Then hey, it is what it is. You know, I paint the picture. You see it as what it is. If Cody feeling froggy, then he wants to leave. He knows where to find me. I'm not hard to find.
Well, you're in an undisclosed location, so you are a little hard to find. But if he does accept that challenge and he does invite you to come back, I'm sure you would come back to take that challenge, correct? Or would you turn it down? Okay, yeah, of course.
I wouldn't turn it down at all. I turned down no challenges. Allah's favorite, Blaze Haram, turned down no challenges. So if Cody ever
Yeah.
opens his mouth and grows a set of cojones to challenge Allah's favorite Blaze Haram, then I'm ready for it. I want all the smoke, and that's inshallah.
Okay, there you go. You want all the smoke. Okay, so do you feel you would be ready for a match with someone as seasoned as Cody Rhodes? I mean, I know I've seen your matches. You're extremely talented. I will give you that. But Cody Rhodes is Cody Rhodes. He is his dad was Dusty Rhodes. He had some great training. But do you think you would be victorious? I should say in a match with Cody Rhodes.
True indeed. Are you kidding me? What kind of disrespectful question is that? Absolutely, Allah's favorite Blaze Haram will be victorious against Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Can't take
All
that
right.
away
No,
from him. His father is the legend. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Of course.
But take that out the way. Cody's just another moron American.
Okay.
Those. I chew them like bubblegum, day in and day out. Okay,
there you go. So what? I kind of when I invite you back on, I thought this might be a little bit a tamer conversation. But why are you calling him the American idiot? And why are you attacking him? What is it? I get a new group of listeners now. So why don't you tell us what you don't like about the United States of America? Why don't you tell everybody what you don't like about it?
What I don't. Oh wow, I could go on this subject all day.
Okay.
What I don't like is, look at what's going on right now. Look at what's going on in the world. Look at what's going on in the country.
Okay.
You got the stupid pandemic that these idiots are so-called blaming the Asians for creating. I honestly feel it was America themselves.
Okay.
You ask me.
Okay.
It's all about population control because that's how the country works. That's how your stupid country works, population control. The more they control the people, the more they want to rule the world.
Okay. All right.
And they're never victorious because these foreign countries always stomp all over them.
Okay. Well, I'm not even going to get into that, but we'll move on. We'll move on. So I heard it sounded like another jet plane went over. So you must have some real serious military training going on right now. So
with their strenuous training, I did my training in the mornings. I do it in the AM. That way I could have the rest of the day for myself. But these guys, they train 25/8 and 24/7 don't exist here.
Okay, no. Do you have any respect at all for Cody Rhodes? Just out of curiosity, any respect at all for Cody Rhodes?
No, absolutely not. I have respect for nobody.
Okay, does that include me? You have no respect for me too? Does that include me as well?
Keyword, nobody. And I'm a little tame this time because of you. Because of the first
interview. You are. I will say you are a little tamer. I know. Compared to last time, I will admit that you're a little tamer, even though I might have said that you're not, but you're still a little tamer than last time. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Let's move on. So you've actually been suspended from Facebook a couple of times. Is there any specific reason why social media is suspending you, and how do you feel about them? What's your opinion on them suspending your account?
I'm what you call a Facebook predicate felon. So, because due to my messages that I put out there and my promos for the wrestling world, people don't like them and they get butthurt and feel some type of way, and they report me. I'm only speaking the truth. That's where that quote comes in. Truth hurts.
Okay, there you go. So, okay. So, have you ever considered toning it down a bit on Facebook, or are you just gonna be you on Facebook?
I don't need to tone it down for anybody. I got a message to put out there, and people are gonna swallow the pill as it is. You like the message, fine. You don't like it, that's fine too.
Wow, there goes another jet. That's interesting. That's interesting. But no, that's cool. That's cool. No, I understand. I personally, I believe in free speech. And I don't think anybody should be suspended from Facebook. And so I'm with you on that. I don't think they should suspend you. But Facebook is Facebook, and social media is social media, and it happens. It happens.
Most of the time, it's people. I've come to a conclusion that it's people that want to be Allah's favorite Blaze Haram. They wish they were in those videos in these foreign lands, in undisclosed location, getting trained by the finest, you know?
Yeah.
So they report.
Okay, no, I got you.
Like I said before, if they knew better, they would do better, but they don't, and that's inshallah.
There you go. There you go. So actually, on a completely different topic, I saw on Facebook you actually met Ron Simmons. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that meeting with Ron Simmons, and you said you have no respect for nobody, but do you respect Ron Simmons?
I don't respect Ron Simmons. I never said I did.
So tell me how did you meet Ron Simmons? Tell me about the meeting.
I shared a locker room.
Tell me about the meeting.
I shared a locker room with him. He was doing a meet and greet at Immortal Championship Wrestling. Took a picture with him because of his accomplishments and stuff like that. And I think he, can't take away from what he did in the wrestling world. The first African American champion. Beat Vader in WCW for the world title. Great match. But I don't respect him. Why?
Okay, well, you looked very happy though in the picture when you met him. That's why I was asking. But no, that's okay. I understand. Like, if you went 1-on-1 with Ron Simmons, what do you think the result would be?
You're a turd.
What's that?
If I went 1-on-1 with Ron Simmons?
Yep.
Is that what you asked me?
Yes. If you went 1-on-1 with Ron Simmons, what would the result be?
The guy's like a century. Guy's like 100 years old. I don't think it'll work well for him.
Okay, all right.
At the end of the match, it'll be the one saying "damn," and that's inshallah.
Okay, there you go. So what are your plans? What are your plans when wrestling? And wrestling will be back soon. So what are your immediate and your future plans when pro wrestling returns full time on a full time basis?
Like I said before, I've been training, sharpening my sword, getting ready for the wrestling world when it makes its return. And when it does, I'm getting ready to step in and continue my disrespect and my violating. I got my eyes on one person, and this individual makes me sick, and I can't wait to get my hands on him.
Which individual is that?
And this individual, he goes by the name of the cyborg assassin, Recon. He's more of a cyborg.
Oh, okay.
That's me. He's the Northeast champion at Immortal Championship Wrestling, and I'm coming for that title.
Okay. He's coming for the title.
And the reason he does make me sick, I'm explaining to you why he makes me sick. I have a history with this guy. This isn't just Joe Schmo that I just ran into in ringside. You know what I mean? Every single damn promotion that I have to go work in, I see this moron there. You know what I'm saying? And he just makes me fake. He just makes me sick. I hate staring at his face. I hate his stupid hair. I hate his stupid shades that he wears. I hate everything about this guy. And when the wrestling world comes back and is up and running, he's on the top of my hit list.
Okay. And you'll you'll fly back from the undisclosed location back to when you're in the States. Where do you live in the States? When you're in the States. Well, actually, you know what? You don't need. Okay, you know what? You don't need to tell me. That's private information. You don't need to tell me where you live in the States. That's nobody's business. And I do apologize. I do apologize for that question. I shouldn't have asked you that question. But yeah. So I don't want to get you upset. Last thing I want you to do is to get upset with me. So I apologize for that question. So let's move on.
We're doing good. I don't want you to mess it up. Feel me?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said we're doing good here. I don't want you to mess it up.
No, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So besides Rick Recon, is there anybody else you'd like to get into the ring with when you return?
Not anyone in particular. I do have a long list of people, but I do have Tony Atlas in that list as well. Unfortunately, I had a match with him.
Mr. USA.
And right when the pandemic hit, and I couldn't. Mr. USA wasn't able to step in the ring with me due to the pandemic, but I have him on my hit list as well in the near future.
Okay.
And just in general, any company I look forward working for, I take all opponents.
There you go. You take on all opponents. Okay. One thing I will say, one thing I'm going to give you credit for. one thing I'm going to give you credit for is you cut an absolutely terrific promo. I've seen a number of your promos. You do a great job with the promos. Like I said, I've seen many. So where do you get your inspiration from? Is it off the top of your head? Do you write them down, or do you practice them, or where do you get the inspiration for these promos? Because again, you cut a terrific promo, man.
First off, thank you.
You're welcome.
The pleasure's all yours as always.
Okay. Yeah.
My inspiration comes usually, to be honest, one of my big inspirations in my promos is New Jack, the legend New Jack.
Okay.
You know, a lot of his early promos from Smoky Mountain Wrestling era, you know, his promos were lethal.
Yeah, no, they were really good.
Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, another guy, you know, that's a big influence in my promos. Now, as far as non-wrestling, out of the wrestling subject, I have Muhammad Ali. I have Saddam Hussein. I have his sons, Uday and Qusay. Idi Amin, Ayatollah Khomeini, etc., etc. You know, a lot of Middle Eastern leaders. I use their big inspirations as well.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but you mentioned Saddam Hussein and the Ayatollah Khomeini as inspirations for your promos. Are you being serious, or is that are you ribbing me right now? Are you being serious, or what's going on with that?
I mean, this is an interview. I'm being serious. You're interviewing me, so you know, you asked me a question and I'm answering. So yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, all right. All right, man. So it's cool. Right. That's cool. Cool. All right. So let me ask you, Mr.Mann. It seems like he stepped away from wrestling, and he was your manager. So what are your thoughts on that? And do you think your career might suffer at all without Mr.Mann in your corner?
First off, you're one disrespectful son of a gun. You know that? How are you gonna even ask me if Mr.Mann will ruin my career with him retiring and stepping out of ringside?
All right.
Never that, because Allah's favorite is his own individual. But secondly, as far as him retiring, you want to know how I feel? Good riddance.
You see, first of all, you put words in my mouth. I didn't say he was going to ruin your career. All right, I just said, do you think your career might suffer a little bit without having him in your corner, because you're so used to having him in your corner? And I was just asking, and is that the way you treat somebody who was in your corner who believed in you, and you say good riddance? Is that how you treat Mr. Mann? I'm a little I don't know, shocked that you would say something like that.
Well, it's quite simple. Ever since I stepped foot in the wrestling world and had Mr. Mann by ringside, the man never met up. His work never met up to my standards. All he did was complain and bicker about tickets and repercussions that would come my way if I would continue with my actions. You know? And with him out the way, things are going to be very, very different.
I disagree. I think he was an integral part of your career. Right, I think he was an integral part of your career. I disagree. I don't think you should be, speaking of him like that. Some of the things he did was questionable. But bottom line is he was very good at what he did, and I think the wrestling world is going to miss him. And I don't think you should be saying good riddance to someone who was really a big part of the early success in your career. So I just want to tell you that. And I know you might not like to hear it, but I just want to tell you that. No,
good riddance.
Okay, so I guess you're not
out of my way.
I guess you're not gonna miss it. I guess you're not gonna miss Mr. Mann at all. I was gonna ask you to, I'll be honest. I thought you were gonna give me a completely different answer. I was gonna ask you to describe him in a few words, but I think you've already answered that question by saying good riddance.
I don't need to describe him. Why? Like I said, the man's work didn't meet up to my standards, and close but no cigar. Sorry, Mr. Mann. Maybe next time. Hang it up.
Okay. You asked me why. Well, remember, I'm doing an interview here, so I have questions to ask you. So you asked me why. It's because I have a question I want to ask you. So that's why I was going to ask you. But it's okay. Let's move on. I don't want to ruin the mood here. So, tell me, so you're teaming up with another wrestler, Mercenario Choosing. So tell me about that team and what brought you two together.
When I started working at BWF, and it's funny because that just randomly happened. You know, Mercenario Choosing is a former United States champion at BWF, and you know, the guy's a staple there. You know, been a part of the roster for years, and you know, they seen how I work and they seen how he's work, they seen his work and they seen the chemistry we had, and they, you know, BWF management decided to put us as a tag team, and we've been tearing it up ever since.
Okay, all right. No, you look like you're a very angry looking tag team. I will have to say that. So the promo pictures, and you guys look very angry. So let's. So I'm actually I think you mentioned in one of your Facebook posts that you want to go after the BWF tag team titles. Is that still the case? You still want to go after the BWF tag titles?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't care about titles, you know, but that's in his agenda. So him being my partner, I'm going to ride with whatever agenda he has in mind. And if he wants the BWF tag titles, we're going to go for the BWF tag titles. And that's what it is.
All right. So going back to Facebook a little bit, you've made a few posts on Facebook, and I just want to ask you about them. One of your posts was that you're in search for the most ruthless warriors. You got a plan. #Evil Genius. You care to elaborate on what that means? What plan you have?
Absolutely. Yeah, I am actually putting together. I'm looking for 3 of the finest warriors to put together to be an addition to my crusade and my filth to the wrestling world. And you know, when the wrestling world hits, again gets back up and running, you're gonna hear about it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it.
The whole world's gonna hear about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. No, I personally can't wait to hear about it.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, you can. You can. I got. I'm glad you can hear it in my voice because, man, I can't wait to see
look at the excitement. I can hear the excitement. You sound like a 5-year-old that just got candy in his hand. Look at you, the happiness.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Then he says he hates Blaze Haram.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't hate anybody, but you know, I question some of the things that you do and some of the things you stand for, but I don't hate anybody. I don't have hate like you might have for certain things, but let's move on. So I think you mentioned in July that August is Sucker Awareness Month. I think you said that in the promo for Cody Rhodes. So are we actually in Sucker Awareness Month, and who's going to who's going to suffer in Sucker Awareness Month? Who has to worry about being a sucker this month?
The world's full of suckers.
Yeah,
and there's a bunch of suckers in the wrestling world as well, you know. And that month is for them, you know, to let the world know and be aware that there's suckers, you know, no matter what locker room you're in, no matter what ring you're at, no matter what arena you're in, there's always going to be suckers. You're always going to be surrounded by suckers.
So, you know? So do I fall into the category?
And unfortunately, the ones that suffer are people like myself, because I'm far from a sucker. And I don't know. You're kind of questionable, but
yeah. And I was gonna say, am I a sucker? Am I a sucker? Do I fall into that category? Do I fall into the category of sucker?
It's questionable.
Okay, it's questionable.
You can ask me that some other time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why can't? So you want to think about it first. You have to think about it before you can come up with an answer whether I'm a sucker or not. Is that a fair statement?
The part that saves you from not being a sucker is the fact that you brought me in to your show a second time after I got in trouble that first time, and you still took on yourself and gave me a second opportunity to come in to your show. So that kind of keeps you away from me labeling you a sucker.
Okay. There we go. So, see, I give people opportunities. I don't run. I mean, I know we didn't get along the first time, and we're kind of not getting along the second time, but, but, if you want to, third, fourth time, I don't run from nobody. I mean, as long as, this is audio and it's not, we're not face to face, because I would be a little afraid if we were face to face right now. I'd have to travel to an undisclosed location, so it wouldn't work out well for me, and who knows what would happen. But audio is fine. Audio is fine. So
I'd make sure you'd be escorted by security, so you'd be okay.
Okay, so I would be safe.
Somewhat.
So what do you do for fun at this undisclosed location? Do you go out and party? Is like what when you're not training?
Nah,
What do you do?
not at all. Not at all. There's nothing out here. There's no fun and games out here.
Okay, no funny games.
No
So
fun at all.
you don't have any
The last one I've had, I haven't had fun since I last stepped foot in the square circle.
Okay, all right.
And in this undisclosed location, the word fun and games don't exist.
Okay, so it's all serious business then in the undisclosed location then, huh? Is that right? Okay, that's correct. It's all serious business. Okay, so what's the dream match? What's the dream match for Blaze Haram?
I have quite a few.
Shoot. Let's hear what the dream match is if you have
one dream match. You know what? I would actually I can say off the top of my head that I would like to go face to face with John Moxley one day.
Okay.
AEW champion.
Okay.
He's one of that I can come off on my list that I would like to face in the future.
Okay. That would be an interesting
John
match.
Moxley, maybe Okada. Be another guy. If I have a step foot in New Japan, I would like to face him.
All right, that'd be a tough opponent there.
If I have a step foot in Impact, I would like to. If I have a step foot in Impact, I would like to face Moose.
Okay. That's big names you name. Big names you name in there. Big names you got on that dream list, and that's good. It's good. So like Okada's interesting because I'm a big New Japan.
This big Habibi right here.
I'm a big. What's that?
I watch New Japan when we get the chance out. I watch New Japan when we get the chance out here. Because we don't have cable or Wi-Fi or none of that stuff. So when it does just come, I get the opportunity and I tune into New Japan.
So you do have some sort of entertainment out there. Then you do have you're able to watch New Japan when it comes because New Japan is really you would need I'm sure you have some sort of internet out there where you're able to get a signal to watch New Japan. So at least you get to do something. At least you're not just sitting around doing nothing, training and just looking at the walls of the undisclosed location.
No. I watch wrestling and we get the New Japans out here and we get and when that's not on, I get the opportunity and I go into YouTube and I watch a lot of the early All Japan stuff.
Okay.
I study a lot of these matches.
Yeah, no, that's great stuff to be watching. A big Japan, big fan of professional wrestling in Japan. So I gotta ask you. I'm sorry. You said that I'm going back to the pandemic. I'm going back to this pandemic. You said that it started in the United States. Just I'm sorry. It's just bugging. Explain to me how it started in the United States because that's kind of bugging me a little bit. So why do you think this pandemic, the coronavirus, was originated in the United States of America? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, look at the country.
Okay.
Look at all the people.
Well, what about
overpopulated?
What about the country?
So
okay. So
these people that these big willies behind the curtains that make all the rules, put this virus out for population control. The less people are in the world, the more they can control. That's what it's all about.
That's okay. All right. Okay. You know what? Okay. You're a heel. Okay. You're a heel. You say you're a heel to the bone. Okay. I think. one day I'm hoping that you see the light and you become a babyface because
Don't think too hard now.
No, okay, I'm not thinking too hard. It's just some of the
A
things you're saying.
babyface?
Yeah,
Are you crazy?
No, I'm hoping you see the light one day because some of the things you're saying right now is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm really hoping that.
Now you're getting disrespectful. You're getting real disrespectful.
Well,
Calling me a babyface? Are you nuts?
Yeah, no, I said I hope you become a babyface, but yeah, it's so one day you see the light and you realize some of the silliness that's coming out of your mouth.
I don't never see no damn light. I'll bash you with a light before I turn the light.
Okay.
I'll never be a damn babyface. Are you crazy? That's one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard in any podcast that I've ever been to.
Well,
oh man, do I want to get my hands on you? Let me tell you something. Let it be the first and last time you ever tell me that I'm never gonna turn a babyface because I'm not.
Okay. All right. No, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just saying, maybe one day you see the light and you realize. I mean, it happened with Nikolai Volkov. He switched.
What? Screw this. I'm sitting here and you're disrespecting me. I don't even want to do this interview no more. I'm out of here. This is the most disrespectful thing you have ever said. Me turn babyface. Allah's favorite, Blaze Haram, turn babyface. You hear that? Do you hear that? Now, before I go, if Cody wants that smoke, he can have that smoke. I'm out of here. Now that's haram.
All right. Okay, I think we lost Blaze Haram. I apologize, everybody. I'm sorry. I just maybe I should not have asked him that last question and the whole babyface thing. I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm just gonna say thanks for listening today. I'm Lewis Carlin, and this is Shooting Up North Indy Edition. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.